Welcome to the Nullified Take, where we've got the TNT takes for you on $1 Million Island, Australia. My name's Kahuna, and I'm very, very pleased and proud to be joined by the Wonder Boy himself, the Great White Hope. We call him Mucky. Howdy, Mucky.
Howdy, Kahuna. How's it going, bro?
Very good, sir. Very good, sir. Now, I'm really sorry if I've maybe mislabeled you there or something, but I called you Wonder Boy. Do you happen to know why I called you Wonder Boy?
No, why do you call me
It's a
Wonder
weird
Boy?
mental glitch I have. I have this thing where when something triggers a reminder in my head, it kind of doesn't go away. Like for example, I've got a guy at work whose name is Rupain, right? But in my head,
Okay.
every time I hear his name, I hear RuPaul's Drag Race, and I think of RuPaul. So I'll be like, "What's up, Rupa?" And like he'd ask me a question, I go, "Sashay away," or you better work, stuff like that, at work. And for you, Mucky, ever since we ever met, I haven't told you this, but the name Mucky comes to me from a Tenacious D song called Wonder Boy. Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't.
So the lyrics goes, "High above the mucky muck, castle made of clouds, there sits Wonder Boy, sitting oh so proudly."
Oh,
That's it. That's your Wonder Boy. Your Wonder
Boy
Boy.
for me.
In my head forever. I was like, Mucky, the mucky muck, high above the mucky muck, castle made of clouds. But we are not here to discuss Tenacious D or the
Oh,
weird things that go on in my head. We are here to discuss a new show, a new podcast, a new era for the Nullified Take. Kahuna and Mucky kind of having our own
yeah.
thing. Keys to the
Dynamic
kingdom. Chris,
duo.
let us go.
Exactly. This isn't the Nullified Take. This is the Kahuna Mucky Take. Let's go, brother.
I want to say, hey, what's up to Chris? Thank you for joining us, Chris. We're going to be talking about a new show tonight, $1 Million Island, Australia. And I am absolutely hyped for this one, Mucky. It's sort of, there hasn't been a lot of hype leading up to it. We didn't hear much about it. We just saw there was this new show coming out. It was set on an island, and it's called $1 Million Island, Australia. When I first heard that at first, I thought it was like, you know how like there's $1 Million Listing Sydney, $1 Million Listing here.
Yeah.
It's more of a real estate luxury island kind of show. And I was like, what
Yeah.
is this? What is going on? But then I hear rumblings of, no, it's a competition reality show. And because it's on Channel 7 and they have like contractual obligations and stuff, they've actually labeled it as a mix between Lost and the Hunger Games. Because there's no it's mainly because they can't call it Survivor. It's on Channel 10, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, and they can't say the more accurate one, I believe, what I've heard and people have said, it's a mix between Survivor and Squid Games.
Yeah, I've actually heard that comparison.
Survivor and Squid Games. Yeah. So we have a show where it's debuting Monday, June 12th. It's a long weekend in Australia, and we're going to be having it 3 nights a week. I don't know if you're aware of that when we committed to doing a weekly podcast.
No, I didn't, but I do now.
So first of all, I want to apologize to everyone as well. I do have a bit of a cough going on. If I have to mute myself or blow out your speakers, I apologize profusely. But yeah. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, at least to start off with. Australians are can be pretty loose and flexible with their scheduling. It may move to a Sunday to Tuesday or whatever the case may be. But in Australia, we love our reality shows and we want to milk every little bit of juice out of it we can, and they play it 2 to 3 times a week, an hour and a half each. We're getting like 5 to 6 hours every single week. And I don't think $1 Million Island Australia is going to be any different. But with leading up to, I asked Mucky, I go, Mucky, you want to do a podcast on this? We've got a lot going on at the TNT. Chris is already full. I need Mucky's eyes on this. Another show where he can stretch his his thoughts and his vocals and his all that sort of thing and get really going. Leading up to it, what did you think about Million Dollar Island? What were you hoping for?
Yeah, so when you first reached out to me about $1 Million Island, kind of similar to you. I thought it would be some kind of like real estate, type show or something. Maybe even like something similar to Love Island. But when I looked into it and I actually saw it was like a Hunger Games, Squid Games type thing, I thought, you know what, this is actually going to be pretty great. It's going to be pretty fun, and with 100 people too. Like there's so many people. It's going to be so chaotic, and as you know, I love chaos. So the more chaotic a show is, the better. But yeah, I'm just excited to see what it's all about. I haven't seen a show like this before, except for Survivor. So I'm really interested to dive in and see what it's all about.
So when a new show does come out like this, one thing that I'm really excited about is that we don't have a first of all, we don't really have much expectations. We don't have a blueprint of what's prior seasons or other contestants who have done it before. Are these people going to play it like the others? Like when Survivor first came out, and it's the most logical comparison, in 2000, there was no other show before it that had done what it tried to do. They originally labeled it as, a social experiment, which is a tag that Channel 7 pulling out for this show, when we
Yeah,
all know the reality game show money grab kind of thing, but to call it a social experiment is always a bit grander than it actually is. But having said that, Survivor in 2000, season 1, Richard Hatch, with no blueprint, no gameplay, no one to follow, came up with the word alliances. Saw
yeah,
strategy in that wasn't necessarily going to be that, and we saw in other iterations of it around the world, it didn't necessarily take on the same strategic counter spy kind of game thing going on. It was very much on the what's it like living in a tribe and providing, living day to day and all that sort of thing. And there was competition there as well, but the Americans set the pace for what is like a strategy game show. And Million Dollar Island, Australia, at least there is already a Million Dollar Island in the Netherlands. So it's hard to watch unless you're really into subtitles. Um,
yeah,
Australia is kind of the first go around for us Westerners anyway. But yeah, it looks fascinating. It looks fascinating because you have the elements of Survivor as far as being on an island. You have the competition stuff of being the challenges and games and all that sort of thing. And then based on what we've seen in a lot of the previews, a lot of what we're reading about it, you get what Survivor originally tried as far as the social experiment goes. Their catchphrase for the show is where society's rules don't exist. Right.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's an element of it which I'm really fascinated to see. If they're saying that it's a mix between Lost and the Hunger Games or Squid Games, I've also heard like there's probably going to be a Lord of the Flies element. Like
Oh,
when you see people dumped on an island with no rules, what base instincts come out and how does humans really sort of react? It would be like the moral story at the end of the movie is that the humans were really the monsters after all.
yeah,
You know? No.
exactly. Yeah,
So what's been your impression so far from what you've seen, the limited information that they're giving out?
yeah. So from what I've seen, it looks like we've got like a really crack up bunch of characters. Like one scene I really loved in the trailer was when you have everyone running around. Then you just have some guy in like a full on suit, like standing in the water, trying to like get everyone to listen to him, but no one's listening to him. It's like that sort of stuff I love. What made me fall in love with Survivor was seeing all these different like social dynamics and people and stuff. Some try to take charge, but then that you know pisses off some other people, so they try to take in charge and have these fights, these arguments, all these betrayals. And I think we're going to see that here because from what I've seen of the cast, there's no like celebrities on. It's like purely just a bunch of randoms from all walks of life, which is really exciting
Yeah,
to see.
they're touting it as 100 everyday Australians. The
Yeah,
Garbo, the real estate, the cook, the mum. I
yeah,
like that they put the Garbo as a thing as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah,
great.
that made me laugh. Yeah,
So one thing that I did, Mucky, in order to try to figure out what it was, like I'd because of the nerd that I am, I did watch some of the Netherlands version, and I tried to
Oh,
watch
okay.
trailers and just see what actually occurred. Because originally, before they were Channel 7 started releasing little bits and pieces through their social media and stuff like that, there wasn't a lot of information out there as far as the format goes. So we
Yeah.
have got some information as to how the actual game is played. And when we hear about it, it actually does sound quite fascinating as well. We talked about the games and the challenges is definitely going to be there, but I think the key element and what we're going to see play out is that social and relationships is really, really going to play a part because my understanding of gameplay, and I'm going to show you something on their TikTok page in a second that kind of breaks down the game and explains how it works, um, is that 100 people on an island,
Hmm.
each of them have a bracelet worth $10,000. Right, 100 people times 10,000 equals $1 million. Okay,
Yeah.
each round of I think they're divided into tribes. Now on their social media it said three, but I've actually heard from a cast member on Facebook that it was four tribes on the
Ah,
island. So there's already some insight. But yeah, so four tribes. But basically, what happens is they spin a giant roulette wheel, which I love that in Australia you get the gambling element there. It's gonna go over great guns. People will love that. You know, you get the chocolate wheel or the roulette wheel.
yeah.
It lands on someone's number. That
Okay.
person then gets to choose five other people or nominate six people, including themselves if they want to partake in the challenge. If you're going to be in the challenge, however, you're putting up your $10,000 bracelet.
Okay.
Yeah. So then the person who wins that challenge all of a sudden has six bracelets, right? And they've
Ah.
got $60,000 on their wrist, looking like, a freaking candy raver from the 2000s, just like bracelets all over themselves. Um, yeah, so they'll have sixty
Oh,
thousand
God.
dollars, which automatically makes them a very big target, I would assume.
Yeah.
Automatically makes them very popular as well, because the where it comes down to is not necessarily a vote out, but at the end of each night or segment of play or whatever it is, whenever it comes, if you don't have a bracelet, you go home.
Yeah.
And the only way to get a bracelet when you don't have one is to beg and plead and socialize and strategize and bargain with someone that does have one or have more than one to hand it over
Yeah.
to you. Right. So that's where it can get really fascinating how that'll play out. I think social alliances and stuff is going to play a big part in how this game happens because yeah, if you don't have a bracelet and you're the guy that's making enemies or that sort of thing, um, yeah. So Chris said as well that it sounds really interesting.
Mm.
It does. It looks interesting, but we'll see a break. I want to show something what TikTok actually says. But just based on that, what do you think so far, Mucky?
Oh, I love it. I think it sounds fantastic because often with a lot of reality shows now, you see this with, I'm really sorry to everyone, but I have seen Married at First Sight, and other different reality shows that people just cause drama for the sake of it, and they know they can get away with it. There's no real, like, you can burn every relationship you want, but then you can keep going in the game. Whereas with this, if you burn a relationship, that could literally be the difference between you staying in and you being eliminated because they won't give you a bracelet, especially if other people are affected by the drama. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
really interesting format, as Chris said. Something we haven't seen before. Like most of the reality game shows, like whether it be Survivor, The Challenge, Big Brother, in many ways it feels the same, right? There's usually they all stay in one location together in a house. They do a daily challenge, and then there's some sort of elimination, whether it be via vote out or another challenge of some sort or something, right? Whether it's the people in the house vote out or in the original version of Big Brother Australia, the Australian audience votes them out live, that sort of thing. So there's always some similar format, but this is something we haven't necessarily seen before. So wanting to learn all about it, we go to the social media sites. So
Hmm.
I'm going to quickly see if their TikTok has anything that it can tell us, because that's where I got my breakdown from, right?
Yeah.
So if I do this now. Now this is the TikTok $4 million island Australia, and this guy here does a pretty good breakdown. So we'll have a quick watch of this, and he does a little bit faster and more concise version of what I kind of put forward. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, are you a robot, Mr. Kahuna?
Sorry. Can you hear that?
No.
It wasn't playing any audio?
Hit play? No, I can't hear any audio.
Okay, that's not great. But he's a
Okay,
okay. I'm gonna say what he's saying. You can
okay.
see it though, right?
Yeah, I can
Okay.
see it.
So 100 people, they all get a wristband, $10,000. If you get them all, you get $1 million, presumably. They spin a big wheel. That's what he's doing here, and whoever's number it lands on gets to pick who goes in the upcoming challenge. The rest, the rest of the people can then scavenge the islands for food and supplies before they're split into 3 groups. But I've heard that it's going to be 4 groups, in fact. So you can see he's drawing the tribes here. This is like a really weird way of doing this, but so the person whose number was spun on the wheel selects 6 people to do the challenge. The winner gets all the wristbands, so now they're loaded. So the 5 people that don't have a wristband will go home if they don't have a wristband by the end of the night.
So there's a chance that all 5 of them could literally just be gone.
Yeah, so like when it comes to the very first episode and there's only one challenge and one person has won the extras and everyone else has won, I guess the only way that you could possibly get a bracelet is by asking the person who beat you in them, or there is the potential as well that someone might choose to leave voluntarily if they're not
Yeah.
cut out for the island or they're wanting to go home. I don't think it has, because it is quite a difficult circumstance. I believe, I don't know what the luxury items are there or anything like that. Chris, Chris said this is from the show's official TikTok. They need a new social media campaign. Yeah, they do. Actually, you know what? I'll show you one other. Even though there's no volume, you can get the joke just by based on what they've done on their social media. So check this one out, Chris. When I can get it up on screen, I thought this was funny for like a large multi-billion-dollar media company to play this as their. Wait, did I share screen? I didn't share screen. Hang on one sec. Sorry. Okay, so we're back. This one here. There's no audio to it, but you watch what happens.
All right.
So yeah, as far so when Chris says they may need new people to do their social media campaign, apparently, yeah. So all you heard there in the audio that didn't come through was it going number 69, and then it played the Wii. Nice. That's what they do here in Australia, and I hope that's a sign of the show as well, that it looks like an awesome show, but it doesn't take itself too seriously. Like when we see the trailer, right? You get the big epic sweeping drone shots similar to what we've seen. Yeah, that's right. Oh my god, that's the exact reaction. That's from Channel 7, right? A major network in Australia. But you get the sweeping drone shots. You see boats heading towards a tropical island, similar to the opening of a Survivor season or something like that. And then you just see running 100 people just in mass chaos, and everything just looks so epic and chaotic and just something on a scale we haven't seen before, to be honest with you, Mucky.
Yeah. No, I can't think of any reality show that has 100 people. I mean, maybe the challenge at one point. I don't know, but I don't really watch the challenge. But yeah, just like 100 people. on the
I think
day.
the challenge is capped out at like 30, 34 or something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's usually done
Yeah.
in pairs, but 100 is a lot. And then one thing that I'm wondering with 100 people on a TV show like this, how many purple edits are there going to be?
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine if like George was on there with,
Yeah,
with the
just
stars?
one person getting all the confessionals, 99 people just like, come on, man. Like,
Oh gosh, yeah.
but I am excited. I know that like on Facebook, there's a Facebook group called $1 Million Island Australia fans, and it's starting to pick
Okay.
up momentum. There's a lot of crew, like cast members who have sort of say, oh, we can't say anything. So they're all in there. They're all like excited to discuss the season as it gets off. And the good thing about having, like you mentioned earlier, Mucky, just normal everyday people, there's not a lot of the social media influence. There's not a lot of the celebrities, or there's none as far as we can see. I think some people would have a bit of a social media following. But yeah, as far as having celebrities and all that sort of thing, a departure from Australian competition reality show, going
Yeah.
away from that and really focusing on your everyday Australian. We've seen some of the marketing campaign focus on one particular individual, as I think he's going to be this season's villain. But we'll have a look at the cast and what we'll start to do. Chris said, I have to head off to work. Bye, guys. Look forward to all the recaps on this show. Yeah, bye, Chris. I hope you can watch it. VPN. There's ways and means. You know that. We'll find a way for people overseas to watch it and enjoy it just as we are. Yeah, so what was I saying? Sorry?
Oh, you're talking about the cast. How this one person is like going to be like
Brett.
villain?
He is
Brett.
he said he's 44, but we'll go through the cast because of course, when you have 100 of them, you want to make sure you're going through all of them at all times.
Yes.
One of the problems with that as well is that you don't have much of a bio and all that sort of thing. But we, of course, being a reality TV podcast show, we need to do our fantasy draft. So, so I hope you've got your 50 ready to go, Mucky.
Oh, I sure do. I've got on a piece of paper. Oh gosh.
we got 50 to get through, but let's have a look. Like, obviously, like when you see a list like this, it's literally just 100 people listed. There's no bios, there's no information, there's nothing. Literally just judging a book by a cover and a name, and the fact that this dude clearly wants to be Paul Hogan is automatically puts him at the top of my books. Young Adrian Mowat here. We've got Alexandra. Feel free to stop me if anything's sticking out, because the way they've released this cast, there's literally nothing to actually speak on except for their name and a photo, right? So you can't judge, based on their career, whether they'll be good at this or they'll be adapted to that, because they're a fireman, they'll be good at the physical challenges. But it's difficult to tell. But we've got 100 people, and we're going to
Yeah.
find different types of people, I'm sure.
How did you want to do the fantasy draft? Like, as we like scroll down, if we say I want, then we have them on our team.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. So if we have a tie, what are we going to do in a tie if we both want?
Yeah, we don't even know how we're going to work out the points system for that.
So much on the fly.
100 people. We're not doing a fantasy draft. 100 people is way too many for two people as well. Imagine like, oh mate, I won this season 5,692 points. It just goes forever. We want to send a big shout out to Sandy P.
Sandy.
She said, hi, is there a way for non-Australians to watch? Is it the same as watching Survivor Oz? Yeah, it's going to be the same as watching a Survivor Oz. Whichever way you do that, I'm sure there'll be the same way to do it for $1 Million Island Australia, but it is, however, on a different channel. So in Australia, Survivor is on channel 10. $1 Million Island is on channel 7. So it's going to be 7plus.com.au is where the streaming and they're going to have it after the fact for streaming as well. So 7plus.com.au is where it's going to be from Monday, June 12, Sydney time, which will be Sunday in America. Okay, so yeah, so you grab. I'm assuming you asked me that question, Mikey, because you want to grab Adrian straight off the bat.
Actually, not Adrian, but but the I feel bad. I forgot her name, but it's the chick under him.
Okay, Alexandra here.
Yes, yes. I'm someone who owns a lot of flower shirts. Flower pants. I love the flower patterns. So right away, I got to go with my girl Alexandria, and just because I haven't even seen like the rest of the cars, I'm gonna make her my winner pick just because of her top.
Okay,
Flower
that's.
shirts, got some flower shirts.
I mean, based on what we've got to go off of, that's just as good as any other thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Then we have Alpha Karam. He's a
Oh,
cool looking dude.
he
He's got
does.
a
He's
the
got some
island's taking its
swagger.
toll on his clothes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Alpha, I see you. You got Alice Litzo.
Oh, I
You know,
love the jeans sort of like style top
overalls. Yeah.
overalls. Yes,
Alistair Lane. So we can see we're
Alice.
already getting a mix of ages. We're getting all that sort of thing.
Yeah,
Sarah
it's
says, I have to go to work in a bit, but I want to stop in and say hi. Thank you, Sarah. We
hi,
appreciate
hi
it.
Sarah.
I hope you have a good day at work.
Have the best day.
Amanda McKenzie.
Oh, bright and colorful.
Yeah, so you're just going on the fashion, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm all about that fashion, baby. You know it.
I think I'm going to choose my people based on the background.
The background of the photo.
Yeah, yeah. We got Annalise, Annie Gates,
Ooh,
Brianna Jackson.
Brenda.
Brianna, I followed on TikTok. I saw she's put some stuff up about like getting on and getting called on. So she might be someone that's willing to talk and give you insights on TikTok if you follow her. Brendan Finlay.
I
This is the
love
bloke.
stuff.
This is the villain.
Yes, yes,
This is
Brett.
this is this is the guy that says he's gonna chop someone's leg off and eat it if he has to. He said
Gosh,
that
yeah.
into the camera.
I
By the
can't
way, you
wait.
know what this dude's job is?
No, what's his job?
Environmental activist.
Really?
Wildlife animals. If he wins the $1 million, he's gonna buy a massive, massive amount of land and reforest it. That's his whole goal. And
Oh,
he looks like this, and he's talking about eating people's legs and killing everyone on the island and stuff like that.
and then he's
It's
just going to hire
remarkable.
out a bunch of land. Yeah.
Yeah,
What he does on that land is not it's not a business, but
you got Brock Briffer over here. He's one of the guys on
oh,
Facebook that's commenting.
okay.
Cara Gill, Chelsea Campbell. What are you looking for here? Are you trying to find your next Stevie or the next Rogue?
Yes. Yes, yes, my next rogue. Definitely my next rogue. Guys, I need to find someone who I can just talk about the whole season and just annoy everyone. Just a cheeky update though, Kahuna.
Yes, sir.
You may have noticed, people in the live may have noticed, but I just wanted to confirm it with everyone that I have indeed got the Sneaky Steve shirt. Hang on, I'll bring that closer to the camera.
That's what
Sneaky
everyone was.
Stevie.
Everyone, I
Yeah,
know people were like wondering. They just didn't put it in the chat. They were just really trying
exactly.
to figure. Yeah,
Exactly. I'm someone who can read between the lines and in between the highs and the I have to head off to works. Everyone is really wondering, is Mucky wearing a Sneaky Steve shirt? So I just thought I would just confirm it with everyone.
yeah.
Yeah.
For those who, I mean, rest your mind. You don't have to worry or stress about it anymore. It is in
Exactly.
fact a Sneaky Steve shirt.
Exactly. Namaste, everyone. You can now
There you
rest.
go. Corey looking very confident,
Oh, I
right?
do. I love the vibe Corey's giving me. He's got his arms crossed. He's got his chin up. I love the hair. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's a very I think he gives me human golden retriever vibes.
he does, doesn't he?
Yeah, yeah. He's
Yeah.
very excitable.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was gonna say he looks very like social, very energetic. Like kind of like all over the place. Top guy.
Hey, Kahuna and Mucky had a mix-up in schedule this one, so I'm able to tune in for it. Oh, awesome,
Oh,
Danica B.
awesome.
Thank you, Danica B. We are, of course, talking about $1 Million Island. I hope in the States you're going to be able to VPN into it. 7plus.com.au. to check out a new show with a really, so far, what seems like a really interesting format. Daniel Briggs. I did read that Mr. Daniel Briggs over here wants to be an MMA fighter, and if he wins the money, he's going to buy a house for his parents or something like that. We got Daniel Cochodorma.
Oh, I love his hair.
That's out there. That's out there.
It's very out there. It looks like those like science projects where it's like you touch the magnet and then your hair sticks out.
He definitely did that. He's like, there's no PowerPoints out on this island, but I found one anyway. Yeah, David Groth, Dean, Doc.
Oh, Doc. I love the vibe I'm getting from Doc Kahuna.
Big smiles on Doc.
Yeah.
Donald Walsh over here. More flower shirts.
Yes, I do
he's
love
on your
flower
team.
shirts. Yes, he's on my team 100%.
There's Dylan. So yeah, again, a broad cross, swathe of the population here.
Yeah.
All ages, all backgrounds, all personality types. We've seen a couple of them in our ads already. Oh, there's the mullet, of course, in Australia.
Oh, you have to have the mullet, mate.
Gotta have the mullet. Lots of Akubras. They're outback people. They're Aussies, except for this bloke. He's the James Faltzkos. He, excuse me, I'm sorry. I think he's the one that in the trailer he says, "Everybody calm down," and you just hear someone say, "Don't listen to him. He's a real estate agent."
Yeah. Here's the guy I was talking about earlier. I was trying to get everyone to calm down when no one's listening.
And I'm hoping to actually have a word with James because he is in that Facebook group for $1 Million Island Australia fans. And I have actually messaged him as well. And I know he's on the show. Obviously, he's in the pictures. So I'm hoping maybe at some point we can have a chat with him when we find our footing. Jason, Jaden. You notice something here?
The brothers.
Raja. The brothers.
Oh.
Twins. Are they twins? Are they twins?
Look.
They might be twins, man. I'm getting twin vibes.
Yeah.
But one's red and one's blue, so you know that they're different.
Yes. One is evil, one is good.
Hey, there he is. Look at this. Mr. Brock Vipper. MDI is present. Where's my man gone? We were just talking about your drip, man. That fit that you got. Island fit. Look at this. Brock Vipper. Thank you for dropping in, sir.
Gorgeous outfit, mate. I love it.
And Kelly Eves saying, well, this is hilarious. I hope in a good way. I hope we're not. One thing we definitely don't do on the Nullified Take is when there is castaways or cast members. We've been lucky enough on the Survivor side of it to speak to a number of former survivors. On the challenge side, we've spoken to Troy Cullen and stuff. So we treat the show with respect. We'll criticize gameplay, but we never really criticize the people behind it all, and try to keep it positive because we know that at the end of the day, and $1 Million Island Australia has specifically touted it's just everyday Aussies, 100 everyday Australians. And I love that. So, yeah, James, we got the brothers, we got twins, we got Jessica LaFontaine.
Oh, John. I love
Peyton Ellicott said, Castaways sounds right. I'm wondering if that's some actual inside info there. Well, actually, we got a list here. We'll see if we come across a Peyton. Yes, but Kelly said, all love, don't worry. So, yeah, we got John, Jonathan.
Oh, I have that shirt.
This one? Jonathan's shirt. You got this donut shirt.
Yeah, I do. It's in my wardrobe right now. Should I go grab it?
I mean, how are you not wearing it right now? Is the question.
I'm sorry. I'll grab it. I'll be like 2 seconds. I'll be 2 seconds.
So we keep going. For everyone in the chat, thank you for stopping in. Again, there's not a lot of information to go off. James for the win. Who's calling James? Who was James? Did I see James? Sorry, before Danica B said James for the win. Looks like he got pulled off the show for the night before and forgot to change. Wait, which one was James? Oh yeah, I mean he's looking dapper, man. James is looking strong, booted and suited, perfect island attire. Um, I hope that works out for him. I have a feeling that tall poppy syndrome in Australia, the way people are in Australia. So we got a comment here, Mucky. James for the win. Looks like he got pulled from the show the last night before and forgot to change. I was wondering, right? One
Yeah,
thing that we've seen in it was more specifically with the Challenge Australia, but also Survivor Australia versus Survivor US, and the way different cultural the cultural differences and stuff. One big thing that we have in Australia and in New Zealand as well, I believe, is called tall poppy syndrome.
yes,
You don't like we don't necessarily like people big noting themselves. It's stay humble, be the Aussie battler, that sort of thing.
yeah,
James rocking up like this to an island for $1 million. I wonder if it's going to be strategically how that's going to play out. Maybe he uses it, maybe it works against him. All that sort of thing is going to be fun.
yeah. You know, I'm not sure exactly what it's like in Australia, but definitely in New Zealand. Like if someone is like, at the top, everyone just wants to knock them straight down. But unlike my boy Jonathan, really vibing with him.
So Mucky's got his winner pick.
Yes, yes.
So before Danica B said, actually the tie could come in handy. Even better if he has the tie tax. Yeah, he could actually use his attire, including a tie, as resources on an island where you're trying to tie shelter together, or use cufflinks as, I don't know, like metal clasps to keep things together. Interesting point. Interesting point. Okay,
Also,
we've got
in the
eyes on us from Yasmin. Shout out to Yasmin. I see you
oh,
too. I see you too.
um, also in suits as well. Like with the tuxedo I have, there's so many pockets on the inside that go like quite deep as well. I'm not sure if there would be like advantages or something in $1 Million Island, but you could easily just tuck them in there, and
Yeah.
you won't have to worry about them falling out or anything.
I mean, the one thing I love about season previews is that we know nothing and we can just make up anything we want, Mucky. So
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely. Why not have all the hidden advantages in the suit pocket? We got a fan already for Brock, saying Brock for the win from
oh
Rose. And then before Danica V, we're a scouting family. We find a way to use everything. That's why that tie will definitely come in handy. Be prepared for Danica B.
yes,
So, I mean, he's a shirt. We're talking shirt game,
oh
Marky. Look what's
yes.
going on here with
There's so
Jordan.
many fancy shirts. Yeah, is that
I mean,
pizza?
Jonty forgot his. He gets the,
Yeah.
but Jordan, he's rocking. He's rocking fairy bread. Is that?
Yeah.
It's fairy
Wait,
bread.
this fairy. Oh, mate, we've got some donuts. We've got some fairy bread. Watch out, everyone! Someone's getting a sugar high this season.
Joy. The player's so nice they named it twice. Carl DeFalco. Oh, he's this guy, man. I love this guy.
Oh, he does
The
look pretty decent.
Tarzan, the Tarzan of the season, Tarzan character.
Yes.
So we actually had some advice for you, Mucky, from Danica B. Mucky, you need to go shopping. New shirt on the list.
Yes.
Fairy bread
Fairy
shirt.
bread.
Fairy bread shirt for sure. We got Carla Pound, Carlene. I've seen Carlene be the subject of an article about her experience out there from WA.
Okay.
So I'm trying to stay across stuff, starting to be on top of things. Kelly, there she is.
Ooh.
Shout out to Kelly from before. All love.
Kelly. All love. All
There we
love.
go. So yeah, happy to have you in the chat.
Are those?
Again, in upcoming episodes, as we discuss the actual episode that is aired, we'd love to get insights, maybe even bring people on to discuss, what the edit missed, some insights into why you made moves that you made, that sort of thing. We'd love to get into that sort of thing. So that'd be great. So we got a thumbs up from Kelly. There we go. Kelly's going to come on at some point. I'll reach out and somehow, I'm not sure, Kelly, but we'll find a way.
Is that like wheels as tattoos?
I don't know. They're pretty dope, though.
Yeah, they're so dope.
I love that Kelly's given the Asian representation as well. I'm proud of that.
Okay.
Kenneth Prahara here. Oh, look at Brock shooting his shot like he didn't have enough time out on the island.
Maybe we're getting a showman's kahuna between Kelly and Brock.
There it is.
Oh, I love it. I'm a sucker for romance.
And then we
So,
got Briggsy sending a shout out to Kels as
yeah.
well. All right, I'm pleased. We got Kelly, we got Brock. You know, we got people in here who have been out on the island and they're just sitting here watching us talk about something they've lived and they've gone through, and we're like, I don't know, maybe we'll have this, and they're just laughing at us picking on clothes, which I
Yeah.
think is great. But next week, I promise you, after an episode has aired, we'll have a little bit more insight. Kia, Kim, Kroopy,
I
Kyle.
love all this. I love all these outfits. Like they're all so different and unique, and they're so out there. So colorful. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
here we
into
go.
fashion, as you can tell.
Look what Kelly said about it's not wheels, it's the tribe's tattoos.
Ah, oh, that's sick.
Yeah, and then so Briggsy said, "You have all us cast lads." Do we have which one was Briggsy? Do we have? Oh, we probably passed you, Briggsy. I'm sure.
Oh,
Oh, here's
we
some
got Joy
insight.
Joy.
Look at this insight.
Ah,
All right, I'm okay with that. Kelly
ah,
saying that Brock Viva out on the he shot his shot. Don't you worry.
oh,
Kelly shouting out to Dan the man,
oh, love that, love that.
and then shot his shot with the. Oh, okay. I apologize, Ben. Bro. I hope that shot landed well as well, man. I'm happy for that. Yeah, Briggsy says Kelly's my girl. We got Joy Joy,
Joy Joy, yeah.
who said I was nice. I said the player's so
Ooh,
nice they named her twice. Joy Joy Crawford in the crowd as well. And then Briggsy saying my outfit was bland.
I'm sure it's wonderful.
Which one is Briggsy? Look for the bland outfit.
Briggsy. No, there's Daniel Briggs. Wait,
Oh, it's
is
Daniel
that Briggsy?
Briggs. The MMA
Daniel Briggs
fighter.
is Briggsy. Oh,
Briggsy. Yeah, it's got to be.
that-
That's how we do in Australia. Daniel Briggs has got to be Briggsy. Shout out Briggsy. I hope you go on. I hope on the island they know you as Briggsy as well. So we got Kelly,
sure.
we got Brock, we got Briggsy. I'm pleased. We got Joy Joy.
Yeah. Look at us. We're pretty much having a live reunion before the premiere even happens,
Carly Faraday, Lisa Blair. I mean,
Ooh.
everyone knows that name from. Sorry, the only reason I know that name is from The Exorcist, I think, isn't it? Oh, it's Linda Blair. Linda Blair. Sorry, not Lisa Blair. That's bad. We got Louise Dwyer. Oh, Louise, I saw in some. Yeah, so I was right. Briggsy is Daniel Briggs. Good on you, mate. Look forward to seeing you on the season. We got Louise Dwyer here, who lost her house in the New South Wales floods last year, and is trying to get some money together for her family, which I'm happy to see her story play out. And she's hearing impaired, so that'll be interesting to see how that plays out on the island as well. We got Matt,
the golden boy.
Maxine, champion. I mean, she's
Ooh.
already got it in her name. I don't know if that's her last name or just what the show gave her.
I wonder if what's that band? I wonder if the Queen, we are the champions.
Yeah. That's probably it. She had a really good one-liner quote in the trailer as well, like something like, "Yeah, we're gonna take their heads off," or something like really aggressive, which was fascinating. Melissa Orman.
Ooh, I love
this one. This was that was loud. That was a high pitch, Mucky. That went up there, man. That got really high. Is it the glasses, the hair, the shirt, the combination?
I think it's all of it. The hair, the glasses, the shirt. You've also got a really nice necklace, like
it's the whole thing.
Just the whole thing.
Okay, so she's on your team. She's on your team for sure.
She's on my team, yeah.
So we actually had Joy again. I said she was nice, and look what she's doing here, Mikey. You guys want to come to our reunion in Sydney? I mean, probably yes.
Yeah,
Mucky's got a long flight from New Zealand.
Yes,
but I am Sydney based, so we'll see as the season goes on. If that's genuine Joy, and I mean I'm Absolutely. I want to get to know everything about you guys, all the contestants, and get as much insight into my brain as I can, and hopefully pass it on to the people as well. So Danica B said, so far I've seen the No Shirt Club and the Theme Shirt Club for the guys. But this is some, this is giving some really powerful vibes to the women as well.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like.
No,
The question is it No Shirt Club or Theme Shirt Club? Which one's better?
I reckon theme shirt because theme shirt shows a lot more personality, a lot more zazazz. Whereas no shirt is like, well, look at me, I've got abs. So yeah, I'm all
Look at
about theme
Daniel
shirt.
said, "Come party, lads. It'd be great." All right, man.
Yeah,
I like that. I
that's
like that.
us. That's
So
us.
yeah,
Yeah.
we got. Oh, there's Mick Bender,
Oh,
not Michael. It's Mick for sure.
yeah,
Look at
yeah,
it. The way he looks. He's, of course, he's a Mick. And there's the Mike Chapman, Mitchell Wildman. He's got his tradie gear on.
Oh,
High
love that.
vis.
Actually, did you
Moya.
see on Britain's Got Talent? There was that guy with the high vis, and he was like dancing around, swirling in the air, and he kept taking his shirt off, and it's just another shirt with the high vis. Did you see that?
No.
It's great. It's like
Should
a whole
I?
yeah, it's like a format performance. He just runs around, dances, flailing his shirt around, and he just rips off his shirt. It's just another shirt with a high vis underneath, and he just keeps doing it. It's so great.
All right, I'm gonna check that out. That's for my YouTube viewing tonight for sure. Nate and Nuri, Olivia, Parker, more high vis.
Ooh, love a good high vis.
Peyton,
Ooh,
what are
I
you
love.
doing?
I love
The outfit.
Clayton's outfit. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
got bright colors. Like
I have
yeah,
to.
like
Of course, it's
standing
the
appeal.
clothes. I have. To, it's
Yeah.
always the clothes.
I'm sorry, Kahuna. We don't have a bios. I've just got
It's
fancy
true.
clothes. Yeah.
Like I said, I'm choosing strictly on the background. Good old Pete,
Oh,
Pip
I love a good
Walker,
beat.
Rachel, Rihanna, Ryan Weepers. Hey, is Peyton Ellicott saying hi? And you just happen to compliment her clothing when she
Oh,
stops
I
in and says
did. I
hi.
did. Peyton, I love your outfit. Oh, it's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. Thank you. It's
I mean, there's a lot of people here
magnificent.
very, very well dressed. And I am wondering, similar to Survivor, when their bright yellow shirt becomes a lot more dirty brown a few few days in, what some of their clothes are actually going to be looking like. The cool drip and fit, the nice hats and all that sort of thing. Where do they kind of end up? Ryan, Riley. I mean, yeah, 100 people. I don't know how we're supposed to get to know everyone. But I mean, the people that come in the chat, we got Peyton, we got Joy, we got Briggsy, we got Kelly. I'm happy, man. This is gonna be a
Yeah, I'm
great
so happy
season.
too, man. Yeah.
Sarah Green, Scott McChrystal,
Ooh, I
Shannon
love
Slade,
tattoos.
Shani Cox. She's one of the ones that got in the TV week. I think they did a bio on a couple of people, so maybe 4 or 5 people are kind of getting bios here or there. I don't know whether that
Okay.
means they're going to go deep or they're going early, or what. They're the ones that they're selling as the heroes. Sharon, Sean.
Oh, I love Sean's top. That's very good. Pow!
It's all the clothes. It's always the clothes. So, for Danica V said, are they broken up in tribes? I know nothing of this show. Sorry if you already talked about it. We did, but very quickly. So there's 100 people on the island. They're broken up to 4 tribes. Each episode, a giant roulette wheel is spun and chooses one person's number. That person then has to choose 6 people to participate in the challenge. As part of that challenge, that tribe. Sorry, I got corrected here because Yasmin said I believe it's camps because it's
Oh,
not Survivor. It's a
not
different show,
Survivor.
and they very specifically will make sure to market it as camps and not tribes. I'm very sure. I think there's log camp. I've seen some camps already named, and I'm sure some of these people will chime in and tell us what they are. But yeah, so they are in camps. One person spins the wheel. They get to pick 6 people. They all have a bracelet worth $10,000 each, Danica. And at the end of the challenge, whoever wins gets all 6 bracelets. If you don't have a bracelet at the end of the night, you go home. So if you've lost the challenge, you no longer have a bracelet. You better beg, borrow, or steal, or do something to make sure you have a bracelet before the end of the night, or you're going home. So social play is going to be a massive play in it. Alliances is going to play a big part in it. If someone's going to go home voluntarily because they can't hack it or they want to leave, or whatever the case may be, what relationship have you got with them to make sure they donate their bracelet to you and that sort of thing. So it is going to be camps, and Brock, my man, actually confirmed it's Vine Camp, Rock Camp. I know there it is. Log Camp.
So we got Rock, Vine, Log. I wonder if Dwayne Johnson's going to be at the Rock Camp.
I was trying to think of another joke who would be at the Log Camp, but I couldn't come up with something and I stalled. So we got Vine, Rock, and Log confirmed.
Oh, here we go.
And Top Camp.
Top Camp. There we go.
No bottom camp, just Top Camp.
I do have a question for you, Kahuna. I'm not sure
yes,
if you
sir.
know this, or maybe if a player knows this. But can you actually steal another player's bracelet?
Good question. Just take a machete and hack their hand off and
it's just hack their
grab
hand
the
off.
remains.
It's like even like during the night. Let's say if someone has 6 bracelets, right? It's like second night or something, right? And you're lying next to them, and you're able to carefully take maybe unclip or just move the bracelet off the hand in your sleep and put it on your own. Is that allowed?
I mean, Briggsy says the best way to do it is you got to kiss some ass for a bracelet. So that's the best way to get one. You know what? I don't know. Well, maybe. Sure. I mean, how hard would it be? It's clipped to someone's wrist, first of all, right? And if you're saying you're sneaky enough to be able to do it in the sleep, then the next day you go, hey, I know I had no bracelets last night. I don't know where I got this one in the middle of the night. And the person with 6 is like, for some reason, I've only got 5. I'm not sure. I don't think when you say literally steal, I mean, I don't know, unless they all keep their bracelets in a common area or something. But for Danica, before Danica B said, that sounds awesome. I want to watch. You'll have to either let me know how to watch or where if I resubscribe to the VPN. Absolutely. 7plus.com.au is the channel in Australia we're going to be showing it on. But yeah, stay tuned for Danica B. There's if you got a VPN, there's ways and means for sure. So we got shirt. I mean, there's a lot. Simon, part of the No Shirt Club. Sherwin can join the formal club.
Oh yes. Oh, that means we've got 2 people with tuxedos.
Yeah, there's a hat camp for sure.
Oh,
Susanna.
Oh,
Hayes.
I don't think
he might not be part of the show. I think he just crashed there. Yeah, Terry House. Yeah. Tess McKenna. I think Tess was Tess the mum of 6 who's going on the show. She was the mum. Yeah.
I think she was. Yeah.
We got Tim, Titus.
Oh, that was razzle dazzling here.
Titus.
Yeah.
We got Tony Hanford. He's a big old boy from the country. Looks like.
Oh.
Vicky, Yasmin. That's it. So that's 100 people. We went from A to Y. And all we have is names and clothes to pick on and observe. But, come next week, we'll have 3 episodes, Mucky. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, $1 Million Island Australia. A new show that I believe has potential to be, one of the better reality shows. I'm hoping that, it sounds like it's got so much there. For example, before Danica B said, so in theory, someone has extra bracelets, they could give one to someone with none, and they could be episodes where nobody goes home. Yeah, potentially. Yeah. I mean, if you want to bring your alliance along with you, or someone who's in your alliance, you're ride or die, and you've got multiple bracelets, maybe you give them one to get them through the night. But there's also the thing of, at the end of the season, who gets what? I think they have to put up their bracelets for the ultimate prize to win everyone else's. I'm not sure, to be honest with you, but It's fascinating because it's a new show, a format never seen before. Survivor started in the year 2000, man. Like we're talking 20 odd plus years, 40, 44 seasons, 50 plus seasons of the challenge, 40 seasons of the Amazing Race. Like this is a new show with a new format, new people, and it's fascinating to see what it's going to be like, how it actually develops its own world as far as strategies go and the meta. Like, like this is
Yeah,
how you play this game. This is optimally the best way to play a game like this. And it's fascinating to see that we've got 100 guinea pigs really going to determine the best way to do that, or at least find out the hard way if it's not. And I want to send a
yeah.
big shout out here to Jonty Chris, shirtless Jonty for the win, my man. I'm so glad to have you with us. To be honest with you, though, Jonty, if I looked like you, I probably wouldn't wear a shirt ever. So, I'll give you that, man. That's for sure. I do like the
Oh,
the star shot as well. That he's got the proper headshot going on too. But
yeah.
yeah, it looks look. I wasn't making comment on that, but yeah, man. If
Oh
you got it,
god.
flaunt it. If you got it, flaunt it, man. If you... So yeah, it looks like it's a fascinating show. People are calling it Survivor meets the Squid Games. You've got the island aspect. You've got, oh yeah, I mean Yasmin's got the right idea here.
Yeah, just for skins.
Playground style shirts versus skins.
Oh.
Team Jonty all the way.
Oh. Who are,
So yeah,
who are
I
you,
mean,
Kahuna?
sorry.
Shirts or skins?
I mean, I'm a fat guy, man. Like I'm always shirts. I'm team shirt in the shower, bro. Like
Oh.
yeah, I don't want to offend anyone. If I ever go on a show like this and I'm the shirtless team, there's just this massive censorship block following me around like a cloud
Oh,
constantly.
nah. I doubt it, bro. I doubt it.
Carissy, let's go, boys. How excited are we for the first episode?
Super excited.
Absolutely. So excited. I mean, again, the element of the unknown, but what we've seen so far, that if you have not gone, go to YouTube, just look for the trailer. Go to TikTok and check out what they've done. They're doing some different things as far as their social media goes. For example, landing on the 69, nice. But the trailers themselves, the music they've got.
Oh,
We actually titled this episode "I Was Born Ready" because that's the catchphrase they have in the trailer, and it has that hype up like energy to it, and you feel really excited to kind of go along with it. And yeah, man, like it's looking like a hell of a show, and we're gonna be along for the ride.
I know. I'm so excited. As the Little Mermaid once said, a whole new world. I can't sing unfortunately, so I can't
So
recreate the
Cara
scene.
Marie Gill is actually on the show as well. I'm on it, huh? If it
Oh,
was so again, shout out to Cara Maria. We've got Cara Maria, we've got Jonty, we got Kelly, we got Briggsy, we got Joy. We had Peyton. Shout out to everyone on the show that's come in to stop by. Brock, of course.
can't forget Brock.
I mean, already, how can anyone forget Brock, right? Um, Yasmin, of course. Yasmin was checking us out as well. So thank you so much for stopping in. Um, I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to it. Before Danica B, yeah, that's why I said shout out to Yasmin as well. She also happens to be alphabetically the
Yes.
last on the list. So, yeah, shout out Yasmin.
Yeah.
She's you got yeah. um, Before Danica B said they should put it on over here in the States since we have a writer's strike and shows will be scarce. You know what, Danica? It actually was actually going to be in a US show as well. I believe they cast it and got close to filming, but they cancelled it last year. So they filmed the Dutch one, and then they started to film the Australian one. And I'm sure some of these people may be able to confirm the production got shut down because where they were staying, they found asbestos. And had to redo, like, come back and film it a while later. So there was some
Oh
delays already
gosh.
in it. Um, Look what Brock said, boys. You're in for a
Oh.
ride,
I can't wait.
mate. When a person who lived it, and then, yes, Karen Marie
Bro,
gets it
the hype
correct.
is
I'm
real.
assuming was that for the what I said, the asbestos thing? I hope that yeah. I think that's what you're referring to,
Yeah.
or are you referring to Brock saying that it's going to be a hell of a ride? Because either way, I think we're both right. Um, there you go. Jonty said
Oh,
delayed a week before we left. It was only a week. Okay. But there was going to be a US version of this. So it was all the way to casting, and I think they were going out to film. Maybe it was because of the delay if they're filming in the same area. I don't know. But there was going to be an American version, and they've cancelled it even after it was greenlit, ready to go, all that sort of thing. So, yeah. Oh, there you go. No asbestos, but true what Brock said. Oh, okay. That's going
oh,
to be all right. Yeah. Look at the love fest going on here, by the way. Jonty shouting out to Brock, I love you.
oh,
And then, no, it was delayed months. There
oh,
you go.
wow.
Brock says, Jonty, miss you. Ah, we got the
Oh,
bros,
love
the love
this.
fest in the
Yeah,
chest. I love it. I love in the chat. I love it. I love it. So we're gonna be doing this weekly, man.
yeah. I'm
Every
excited.
week. So everyone in the chat, all the contestants, please come back next week. Thursday nights. Danica B said, well, with the writer's strike, they might rethink the end. Yeah, they need to come up with a lot of content, and very quickly, for sure. But yeah, next week we're going to be doing Thursday night, 9 p.m. Sydney time, 11 p.m. Mucky's time, and whatever time it is in the States. If you happen to be with us, Danica, thank you so much. But man, big show. Excited. What
Yeah.
are you kind of final thoughts heading into the first episode on Monday?
I'm super excited, going through the cast with you, talking about like all the different, promos and whatnot. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know that much, just like very little, but I feel like I know a bit more about what we're getting into and seeing the cast, all comment, they will seem like a vibey, energetic bunch of chaotic people, and I can't wait to watch. I'm so excited, man. How about you?
Yeah, the fact that you mentioned the cast is what really makes a show. You can
Yeah,
have a show with the best format, the best editing, big, grand shots, and really great cinematography. And if you have a boring cast, the show falls flat, right? And
yeah,
and
absolutely.
you can engineer it and produce the crap out of it and put twists and try to make it work the way you want it to do, but it all comes down to the people that you have in front of the camera. And that's what I'm excited about because we've never seen a cast of 100 before, a
Yes,
diverse range
nuts.
of Australians that, I mean, even just based on the way they are here, um, look at them. They're still shouting out to each other.
Yeah,
Joy Joy is a fun name to say. Yeah, I
yes,
agree.
yes, it is.
Brock Viff of MDI will be back next week. Look, Karen Riga, yay, so
Oh,
glad we all came
thank
across you
you.
guys. Thank you so much. Brock Viff, you're welcome, y'all. So yeah, Kai's laughing at Brock. But yeah, like the fact that there you go, this show does look awesome.
It does.
Geo Bells, okay. Karen, not just a pretty face. 8 a.m. in Florida, perfect for me. I'll drop my husband for like 7 a.m. and come back and join on Thursday mornings. Excellent. So yeah,
Perfect.
I know. By the way, Danica, when you said this before, me too. I'm with you on that.
Oh,
For
yeah.
the record, support the writers.
I'm a
Um,
writer as well, so yeah,
yeah.
obviously we will support the writers.
But yeah, I mean, based on the fact that we've seen, even just in a very short chat this evening, Mucky, the cast are loving the show. Like they seem
Yeah,
to be positive about the experience. They're still interacting. There's a lot of love going on back and forth. They're shouting out each other. There's, I mean, so far at least, it doesn't look to be any animosity, but maybe these are the friendly ones that we've got, and we're going to see some really, real Jordan Butler. Look,
Jordan.
appreciate the love on the fairy bread shirt, fellas.
Oh yes, 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 yes. Oh, I love that shirt, bro. Someone else mentioned I have to, go out shopping because I've got the donut shirt, but I don't have the fairy bread shirt. So that's next on my wardrobe list.
Is fairy bread a big thing in NZ?
It was like when I was a kid, but I haven't seen much of it as I've gotten older. I think it sort of just slowly died out.
So
Because
we've
here in
got Voltinator saying, "Let's go." He's excited for it.
Alternator, yo.
Yeah, Bells, lots of love. Brock Biffa, here he is. Voltinator, there are some big pussycats on the island, I reckon. Oh,
Oh, shots are getting
okay.
fired.
Okay. There's a shout out to the donut shirt. Some love.
Much love.
And Briffa says, Bahaha Volt. So obviously, Voltinator maybe have some insight as well
Ooh.
when he says there's some pussycats on the island. Uh
Whoa.
oh. Now there's some beef in the chat
Whoa.
already.
Oh,
I
gosh.
hate real estate agents. And Jordan saying that's, oh my gosh. It's a spoiler alert. Okay, we got a lot of Aussies here in the crowd,
We
obviously
did.
for the Australian show. I want to educate a good friend of the show, our American counterpart. What is fairy bread? Okay, so fairy bread is a treat that kids have at parties, often like children's parties, birthday parties. It's basically it's pretty white trash, to be honest with you. All it is, Danica, is white bread with butter, and we call them hundreds and thousands, but you would call them sprinkles. So white bread, butter, margarine, and then sprinkles all over it. And it's just a
Oh,
crunchy, sweet, buttery bread. Like it's delicious. It's so simple and it gives your children tooth decay and is surely one of the reasons why I have diabetes today, among others. But
okay.
fairy bread is delicious and has our stamp of approval. I love this one. Jordan said, "Don't listen to him. He's a real estate agent." Was that your line? Were you the one who screamed that, Jordan? That'd be fascinating.
Yeah, that'll be so funny.
Vault, you real estate. Oh my gosh, everyone's like going off with these people with the real estate agent. Vault. Oh, Vault's name.
Oh,
Okay, okay. He's the suit.
yeah.
He's our man. He's the Dapper Dan of the season.
The Daffodil.
James Vault. When you can decipher a YouTube name. We had
Huh?
Brock. Oh, where's the suit? Did I miss it? I'm just looking through. I'm not sharing screens yet. This is me
Oh,
just staring up at, and everyone's looking how boring it is. James Voltskos is the Voltinator. Has to be the Voltinator. Absolutely. And then we had Corey here, fellas, long-haired bloke, golden retriever. So good, fellas, made me laugh. Good, I'm glad.
oh, God. Oh,
I'm looking forward to these people on the show, man.
I
They're,
really
they're
am. Yeah,
yeah,
that
they're having
cracker.
fun. Look at
Oh,
DJ Balls and cut like a diamond at Corey.
oh gosh. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
we got confirmation here. That was Nate that screamed the "Don't trust him. He's a real estate agent. Don't
oh,
listen to him. He's a real estate agent." So it wasn't Jordan, but it was a quality line.
oh. I can't.
Here we go.
I'm
Corey
even
is a
more excited.
superhero you've been waiting for. Oh, we're getting
Oh,
insights, man. You know
yeah,
what I
it's so
appreciate?
exciting.
I appreciate everyone in the chat, right? That they're dropping little morsels. They're giving us they're like
Yeah,
little teasers. No one's spoiling anything. They're making sure that any
no,
NDAs they're under or whatever, they're safe. They're keeping it fine, but they're teasing it. They're making sure we're
yeah,
excited for this because the stuff that they're dropping. Like, look at this. Analysts would all
yeah.
hail the vault.
Gosh, like
What kind of impact,
yeah.
Mucky, do you think you would have to have on a season for people to say all hail the vault?
It would have to be a pretty big one, you
It's a
know,
it's
like
it's a big
a
season.
pretty big one.
So look what he said. Actually, the vault actually said, "We're keen for you lads to get around it. Appreciate the vibes. So do we, man.
Oh,
So do
yeah.
we." Look at the comments. All hail the vault. Everyone's sort of it's a great big love fest. And of course, Cara Marie said, "We are one big happy family. A whole lot of love." I really like. I mean, be honest with us, folks. Though the trailer sometimes shows the opposite. We had a guy talking about eating people's legs. We've seen, one of the big things. I mean, looking through the cast list, I didn't see who it was, but one of the big things in the most recent trailer drop was someone doing this straight to another person's face. Like you can see, like the haka when it's like intimidating because
Yeah.
it's like face to face, you just see someone do this, like do the neck pull, and I'm like, what are we watching right now? Like, can you imagine in Survivor, people are like, we're gonna cut off their leg and eat them, and Jeff Probst or like even JLP is like, okay, so how do you feel about that? No, this is like Lord of the Flies.
Yeah.
They're all going like crazy out there.
Oh,
Look, like even Yasmin says you're gonna want popcorn for this show, right?
oh,
Kara
I'm
said
excited.
moments were definitely high, being so hungry, tired, etc. But at the end of the day, we're all there for each other, which is what I love most.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah,
so good.
so was it Sarah Lacine chicken leg move? Yeah, something like that is very similar. But
Oh,
I mean, this cast so far seems like it's going to be what really makes the show. It seems to have an awesome foundation as far as the format goes. We love people out on an island doing challenges and living a hard time and not being able to think properly because they're so starved. And then we throw mental torture at them as well and see what comes out on TV. It's kind of
yeah.
the recipe we have for a great show. And this one has it. And then you throw in a cast like this, Mucky, and it looks like it's going to be look. Like even my man here said, Harry Quayle, get some fucking coconut popcorn up here. What?
Bro, bro.
Was that one
Oh,
of our guys?
I think so.
Harry
I
is
think I
our mullet
recognize that.
man. Harry Quayle is the mullet guy.
Mullet is
The
the
mullet
mullet
man.
guy.
I love
Oh,
it. Well,
oh, God.
good on you, Harry. Or is it Hazard?
Oh,
It's probably
God.
Hazard, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm so excited
I
for
wonder
this
if Jeff
show.
Probst killed. Yeah. Oh, maybe if Jeff Probst killed the show in America, a little bit too close to mine, perhaps, and sort of said, no, Survivor's the only one. I don't know.
Maybe.
But yeah, you got anything else for me, Mucky?
Nah, I'm just super excited to see this. The cast looks fantastic.
There you go.
Oh,
Good
I
on you,
really love
Hazard.
it, Harry. But yeah, I'm super excited. You know, the cast looks fantastic. You know, like great, positive, fun, chaotic vibes, and yeah, I can't wait to start watching. How about you?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm buoyed even more so, to be honest with you. We've got
Yeah,
the cast being so active and actually jumping into a chat and going back and forth with each other. I'm excited to see what the show actually brings. Again, new show, new start, it's new beginnings. We get to see people actually figure it out in real time and not know, okay, when you're on a show like this is the way you're supposed to play it, right?
yeah,
They're actually never seen anything before. It's going to be completely out of the blue and so fascinating to see. I do hope that it has that right mixture where we know that the challenges and the games and stuff are going to be fun. We know that the built intention of having to have a bracelet and that alliance social strategy side. But I'm also interested to see when you put 100 people on an island with no food, the social breakdown thing that they're kind of tipping in the ads and stuff as well. Like, you know, this in society where society's rules don't exist, the Lord of the
yeah,
Flies element of people kind of going a little bit stir crazy and a little bit funny when you're put in a high pressure environment like that. I can't wait. I'm fascinated. Monday,
yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night, we're going to be right back here discussing
Can't
all of
wait.
it. I think we may have some other content from the show as well, maybe a top 5 takes or something like that
Mm.
on Million Dollar Island Australia. But until then, I want to send a big shout out, Mucky. Thank you, sir. The start
Oh,
of a new journey for us.
yes, yes. You know, we were birthed in the fires of heroes and villains of Stone Survivor, and now here we are taking over Chris's chicken. No. But yeah, no. I'm super glad you invited me to do this podcast with you, bro.
I don't
Yeah,
know what this
I can't
means.
wait because budgie. Oh,
The
is it
biggest
like
budgie bulge on the island.
yeah?
That's some big praise there, Hazza.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is what he's going to do on the island. That's what we've got to look forward to. So in our chat, right, Hazza
Oh
said,
my
"Get your
gosh.
bulge out," and then Kara, the very next comment, said, "Can't wait to watch."
Oh gosh.
And then, of
Oh.
course, we did have confirmed that there's log camp. So I'm wondering if Hazza with his bulge out is in log camp. Wherever. But Kara, thanks for being such legends and
Oh
for
my
speaking so
god! Oh my
positively about the new
gosh!
show. Kara, thank you for joining us. Thanks for giving your
Oh,
insights. Thank you for having fun with it all.
oh,
For
Kahuna,
Danica
you
B,
crack
will
me up.
Chris join when he's back in from vacation? He's definitely going to join us on the odd show. Depends. He's obviously got a lot going on as well. And Kara said, I meant watch you guys. Yeah, I know. Has get logged, brother. Get logged. No, I don't want to. That sounds bad. That sounds like a
That sounds
threat.
so bad.
That sounds like a threat. That's in the
Oh,
island when they're getting angry and they're all hungry and they're like talking about killing each other and beating each other. We're gonna fight to the death. And then someone says, get logged. Get logged, brother. That's an insult now.
oh my god!
So yeah,
Oh,
we've now gone well over an hour. So I want to send a big shout out to everyone from $1 Million Island who's dropped in, whether it's Log Camp, Top Camp, Rock Camp, and Vine Camp. All of you, thank you so much. Mucky, awesome show, bro. Awesome. We're gonna
yeah,
do it again next
awesome.
week.
Yeah, I'm so excited, bro. We're definitely doing this
I mean,
next week, brother.
I was gonna like rattle off all the for Danica B. Thank you again. We got Brock, Volt, Kara, Hazza, Jordan, Jonty. We had Corey. We had Annalise. Who else did I don't want to miss anyone out, but a lot of people.
Who's
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
yeah?
Normally when we do the Survivor, you know what we're gonna have to do? Actually, I'm
Yes.
gonna put this to the chat as well because normally, right on the end of Survivor, when they finish the show, he says, "Take your torches, head back to camp," and that's how Chris always ends an episode of the Survivor review podcast.
Yeah.
So when you leave the island, $1 Million Island, Australia, I wonder what the kick out phrase is. The you know
Maybe
you
maybe Harry accidentally spoiled it for us, which is grab your logs, head back to camp. You know.
excuse me, sorry, but there you go.
It's all
Harry
good.
saying the muck dog and the big kahuna. Let's get it, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of love in the chat. A lot of love for the show. Even Danny could be saying, "I'm glad you have something while Survivor and channels on break." Just what? Yeah, that's exactly right. We definitely need it. Look at Jordan log on top. Jeez, you reckon they're gonna
Oh,
regret the log name? Log just seems so like
probably.
it's just bad in a couple
Oh,
instances, but
yeah.
Speaking of logs, Brock said that he'll cook naked for Joy at some point. So
Oh.
there you go. And as I said, muck off back to camp and get your bulge out is what they say. Ah, that's exactly what it is. I can just imagine
Oh my
Ant
God.
Middleton. Ant
Oh,
Middleton, the guy who hosted SAS, the ex special forces dude, with the British accent, and he's just like, muck off back to camp and get your bulge out.
oh my God.
There you go. We have to do 100 push-ups for Anne and swim 5 kilometers off the island at 11 p.m. Oh my gosh.
Oh God.
And Corey, I agree, brother.
Yeah.
This is gold.
Oh, that's so good.
But I mean, we've done a lot of talking about bulges and logs and stuff like that this episode, Mucky. I don't know if Chris is going to let me have the keys to the kingdom for this show next week. I'm doing the Nullified Take into disrespect, but it's been a fun time. And this is the vibe that we're going to do every week. I freaking love it. I'm happy to have all the innuendos, innuendo, any jokes about bulges, all that sort of thing. We're all for it. $1 Million Island Australia starts Monday, and next Thursday night, Mucky, we're going to be back at it. So thank you to everyone. So muck off back to camp and get your bulges out. Thanks, everyone.
Oh my God. Have a good night, guys. Bye.